Hey, how you doing? 3 important things have changed since the last time we had the Huawei Pura 70 to unbox. Number 1, my hair's grown out a little bit. Number 2, I've trimmed the moustache. And number 3, we've got the Pura 80 Pro instead of the Pura 70 Pro from last year. This is 2025. This is the Pura 80 Pro. This is a Stuff Unboxing. My name is Duncan Park. Welcome to the show. Okay, unboxing means taking it out of the box. Device, Pura 80 Pro. Cover for the Pura 80 Pro. Look at that, 100-watt charger, USB to USB cable. That could have been the world's fastest unboxing. And while we wait for the Huawei Pura 80 Pro to turn on, we'll have a look around the outside. Starting things off with the rather large camera bump. Fashion forward style thing. It's like a play, you know, play applause. Looks like a play. Camera bump. It does mean the device is quite heavy, but they've balanced it rather well, if you can see. Still feels pretty good in the hand. Nice rounded, curved edges. That does mean that the pre-applied screen protector kind of catches on the lip because, you know, it doesn't curve around the display. That's, you know, that's a small detail. And you'll probably put the included case over it. So, you know, might not even make a difference. It does feel very nice in the hand without the case though, we will say that. So the Huawei Pura 80 Pro, the first thing we want to have a look at is the cameras, because that is, after all, what Huawei is making the most noise about. Huawei always gets the colors just right, and that might have something to do with the 1.5 million spectral channels ultra chroma camera. That's a mouthful. You won't ever actually have to do anything with it. It's just there doing its thing in the background for you. Right, so if you're interested in the camera specs, the main camera is a 50 megapixel. Notice there's no megapixel race between other manufacturers. Huawei's happy with 50 megapixel because it's got a 1-inch type sensor in a smartphone. They call it the ultra lighting camera, and it comes with the normal camera stuff like OIS and a variable aperture. You know, that bit. Some of you will know what that's like. 1.6 to 4. And that's joined by a 40 megapixel ultra wide camera and a 48 megapixel telephoto camera with 4x optical zoom and also optical image stabilization. That's the rattle. If you ever shake a smartphone, that's what you're hearing, the rattle. It's the camera. Probably don't do that. It's probably not good for the camera or the sensor. But we sure Huawei would have thought of that before they made the phone. And then quickly for selfies, 13 megapixel camera at the top. Moving to the display, and this is almost exactly the same display as last year's. You're looking at a 6.8 inch LTPO AMOLED, which means it can fluctuate its refresh rate 1 to 120 Hertz. 3000 nits bright instead of 2500 from last year. Improvement. Then inside the device, it might be a Kirin 920 chipset, but that's never been officially confirmed by Huawei. Last year's device had the Kirin 910 chipset, so 920, you know, makes kind of sense, but it could also be something else. We don't know. Huawei won't say, and frankly, a lot of people don't really care as long as it does what it needs to do. In the Pura 80 Pro, it is joined by 12 gigs of RAM and half a terabyte of storage. That's a lot of photos. That's almost as many photos as there are milliamp hours in the battery, 5,170. Don't check our maths. It also retains the 100-watt wired and 80-watt wireless fast charging from last year that you can get from the included charger. That's great. And lastly, if for some reason you really want to point high pressure heated water jets at your device. You know who you are. This one can take it. IP68/IP69 ratings. That seems to be the new standard for smartphones these days, well, especially flagships. And the flagship this is. It's not the Ultra, it's the Pro, the Huawei Pura 80 Pro.
Your state is still amateur. We all come here to see if you want to go pro.
This has been the Stuff Unboxing. If you want to find more information, you can check out Huawei's website. It's already for sale for 25,000 Rand. If that's too much, then the Huawei Pura 80, no Pro, is available for 20,000, same website. And if that's too little, for some reason, then the Huawei Pura 80 Ultra is available for 40,000. That has the switchable telephoto camera and might be the best camera phone on the market. We don't know. We just reviewed tech. Anyway, Pura 80 Pro, go buy one or don't. Read stuff or don't. Subscribe, like or don't. No, please do. We'll see you in the next one.